Imagine a herd of antelope sleeping in the open savanna. A lion is moving somewhere in the dark. One animal is lying down. Its eyes are closed. Its head is low. For a few minutes, it looks like the easiest target in the entire landscape. But the lion walks past. That sounds wrong. Predators spend enormous amounts of energy searching for food. A sleeping animal cannot sprint immediately, cannot watch every direction, and may not even notice danger until it is very close. So why are sleeping animals not constantly taken first? The obvious answer is that predators simply do not notice them. But that is only part of the story. Sleep changes an animal's body in a way that seems almost designed to create risk. Reaction time slows. Awareness drops. Muscles relax. In deeper stages of sleep, the brain responds less strongly to the outside world. Researchers have even tested how sleeping animals react to signs of nearby danger. In experiments with birds, individuals exposed to predator-related cues while asleep often showed surprisingly weak responses compared with animals that were awake. If sleep reduces awareness, then survival cannot depend on detecting danger at the last second. The real defense has to begin earlier, and that is exactly what many prey animals do. They do not simply fall asleep wherever they become tired. They choose the safest place they can find. Some sleep in dense cover. Others use burrows, trees, shallow water, or the middle of a group. Many return to places that give them a clear escape route or make approach more difficult. By the time they close their eyes, part of the problem has already been solved. But location alone is not enough. Sleep itself changes when risk increases. Animals in exposed environments often sleep for shorter periods, wake more frequently, and spend less time in the deepest stages of sleep. Instead of one long stretch, rest becomes fragmented. A few minutes asleep, a brief check of the surroundings, then sleep again. It is not perfect rest. It is a compromise. And now comes the strange part. Some animals can go much further. Ducks resting in groups have been observed sleeping differently depending on where they are positioned. Birds near the safer middle can rest more deeply, while birds at the edge remain more alert. Some species can even let one side of the brain rest while the other remains more responsive. This is called unihemispheric sleep. Dolphins are famous for it, but it also appears in birds. One half of the brain can sleep, while the other keeps enough awareness to remain oriented. That sounds like the perfect solution, except most animals cannot do it. So they use something simpler: numbers. A single sleeping animal has to depend on its own senses. A group has dozens of ears, noses, and eyes. They do not all need to be alert at the same moment. One animal lifting its head can be enough to make others wake or reposition. This creates a shared alarm system, and it changes the predator's problem too. A sleeping animal may look easy, reaching it may not be. A predator still has to approach without alerting the group and get close enough before the situation changes. If one animal wakes too early, the advantage can disappear. That is why predators do not simply search for something asleep. They search for opportunity, and those are not the same thing. A resting animal in the center of a herd may be less vulnerable than an alert animal standing alone. A bird asleep high in a tree may be safer than a fully awake bird feeding on the ground. A rabbit inside a burrow is sleeping, but the sleeping place itself is doing much of the defensive work. The prey is inactive. The system around it is not. Many animals also rest in ways that keep escape simple. Horses and other large herbivores can rest while standing. Some birds sleep balanced on branches. Herd animals often lie so they can rise quickly. Comfort is not the only goal. The animal has to wake into a body that can move. And predators face their own calculation. A chase costs energy. A failed attempt costs more. Getting close to a tightly grouped herd can alert multiple animals at once. Reaching a protected sleeping site may simply not be worth the effort. So a sleeping animal is not automatically easy prey. Sometimes it is the opposite. It may be sleeping precisely because it has already found the safest moment and place available. That is the part we usually miss. Animals do not survive sleep by becoming good at danger while unconscious. They survive by arranging the world before they fall asleep. They choose the place. They change the depth of sleep. They use the group. They wake often. And when those layers work together, the animal that looked defenseless becomes surprisingly difficult to reach. So when a predator walks past sleeping prey, it may not be ignoring an easy opportunity. The opportunity may never have been easy at all.